It has been more than a month's time that Incometax has launched its new portal, and we've seen that there have been so many glitches once the Incometax portal has launched. Finance Minister Ms. Raman, together with Central Board of Direct Taxes, held a meeting with Infosys, which is the software partner and responsible for making this income tax portal, on June 22nd, and given them a list of what's working and what's not working. Well, now it has been even over a month's time. There has still been a lot of glitches, but there have been some things which have now started working. What are those things and what glitches we are still dealing with as taxpayers? We are going to be discussing in today's episode. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey there, welcome back to the Sonia Dawar show. I'm Sonia Dawar, your host and chartered accountant and business finance coach, and on this channel, we give you all the tips, tools and resources that you need to start and grow your profitable business, save lakhs of rupees on taxes and build your own wealth. In today's episode, we will see what are the new changes that the Infosys team have been able to resolve the glitches that we've been facing at the new income tax portal, and what are still some of the glitches that we have to deal with as taxpayers, which have not yet been resolved by Infosys as yet. So the first thing that we are going to discuss today, and which was one of the major issues that many taxpayers have been dealing with, and that was the mismatch in their profile, and which was giving an error that your profile does not match, and there was no reason of how we could resolve the differences. So let's go to my system and see what they have been updated. So there is a new message now. So if you see this profile details, it tells that the details as per your profile in PAN may not match. Earlier it was showing an error that your profile is not matching with your PAN details and hence you need to correct them. And now this message has been updated that the details as per your profile and your PAN may not match. So you don't really have to worry about, because Income Tax Department itself is mentioning that there might be changes and you don't need to worry about. But what you need to ensure, let's discuss on the screen. You may ignore minor variations in address. In case you wish to update, you may do so at your option to view. Click here. If you click on this, it gives you an option to update in PAN database or to update in Aadhaar database. So if there is a major change in your address, only then you have to change in the PAN database or the Aadhaar database, whichever is not reflecting the correct address. But as long as your portal address is matching with your current address where you want your communications to be, you don't need to do any changes. But if you have changed your residential address and that has not yet been updated at PAN, take this opportunity and update your PAN database to reflect your current address where communications can be sent to you. So in my case, I see that there have been some differences, but I'm not really bothered about, because my address prima facie is the same. The differences are actually because of the district that had not been mentioned in my profile, and that is completely okay with me. So I really don't have to do any changes. So if you were worried about the differences in the profile and PAN, rest assured you don't have to do any changes if the differences are coming because of minor changes, because at one place district is mentioned and the other place district is not mentioned, or at one place your zip code is mentioned or at the other place zip code is not mentioned. You don't need to take any action for minor changes in address. The second problem that many taxpayers were facing was at the dashboard itself. So if we go ahead and check, the dashboard here was not showing anything, and now it shows that the amount of tax that has been paid. However, there are still some sections which does not have any data updated. So if I see some recent filed forms, I believe I should see all the income tax forms that I had submitted, which I used to see at my old income tax portal. The details of all the ITR filed for previous year, that should appear in this section, which is currently not really reflecting. So I believe that there are some more changes to be happening at the profile level. The third change that was not really reflecting at the income tax portal was when you wanted to download the income tax return acknowledgement. If you click on the download form, the attachment was not really opening in a correct attachment. So the button was there, and when you download it, the PDF would download, but that PDF was basically a blank PDF. I had mentioned in my tutorial where we had shown you how to download your ITR form from Income Tax new portal. I had mentioned that currently the Income Tax portal did not have that facility open, but it was soon going to get updated. And if we see now, these forms have now been updated. So if I click on download and I download the form, I can actually see the income tax form that I had submitted for that particular financial year or assessment year. So that this issue has been resolved. So if you were wanting to download your income tax acknowledgement or income tax form for any previous years that has been filed by you, you can now download them. If you need a detailed tutorial on how to do that, there is a video which is linked on the cards above or linked in the description below, so you can watch that video and download the income tax acknowledgement or income tax form for previous years income tax returns filed. Let's talk about the filing of income tax return itself. Now, department has come up with a tweet that approximately 40,000 people have really filed their income tax return in a day, but this number is apparently very low because in the entire country more than 5 crore returns get filed every year, and we are just at 40,000 returns for a day. It's very low to meet the entire target. And the second part of this video, we will also discuss the things that are still not working, because the pre-fill forms also are not getting updated. The income tax website has not really opened electronic form or electronic utility for other forms other than ITR1. So there's still a lot to be done by Infosys, and we are just waiting for them. How soon can they do that? So there's still a lot to be done by Infosys, and we will have to wait until the Infosys team updates the income tax portal so that we can actually use the new income tax portal to make our compliances faster. Now, that was a glimpse of what was working at the new income tax portal. Now let's talk about what is still not working even after 1 month of the meeting between Finance Ministry and Infosys. And there is a long list of things that are still to be accomplished. So let's discuss now. So the very first thing that is still not yet working is that the portal is not yet accepting returns if you are filing the income tax return using a third-party software. So many chartered accountants and tax professionals, they use third-party software to make the data go really easily and smoothly year on year, and that helps in retention of data for them. And the portal is still not accepting any forms using the third-party software application, and hence if you wanted to file your return using ClearTax by yourself, or if you want to file your returns using your tax professional or a chartered accountant, they would not be able to file it because the tax portal is not yet accepting income tax returns by when they file using third-party software. You can still go ahead and file your income tax return ITR1 if you are doing it by yourself. And if you want us to create a DIY video on how you can file your own income tax return, do let us know in the comments below so we can come up with a new tutorial on how you can file your income tax return without making mistakes. Although income tax new portal is accepting income tax returns, the pre-filled form is not getting downloaded. So if you want to use a pre-filled form to file your income tax return, you can still not do that. There are some validation errors while you file your income tax return. The portal is not yet mature so that you can really file your income tax return. So if you ask me whether or not should you file your income tax return in the month of July, as a chartered accountant and as a tax professional, I would suggest you to wait for some time and don't really file your return in the month of July. Do file it maybe in the month of August after seeing how the portal is actually responding. Because currently the kind of messages that we are getting is even after filing of your income tax return, you are not able to either download your receipt or download the actual form that you have submitted to the income tax department. So if it is not an urgent thing for you right now, do wait for another 15 days and file it in August. And we hope that Infosys actually works on to provide a solution, or they go back to the old income tax portal and allow us to file our income tax returns using the old income tax portal. Now, the second thing that is still not working is that the income tax department has still not released the schema for ITR 2, ITR 3, ITR 4, ITR 5, ITR 6. So if you wanted to file any of these returns using the utility, you would not really been able to file those returns. So again, if you have only your basic salary and other sources income, only then you can file your income tax return in the month of July. Otherwise, I would suggest for you to wait for some time. The third thing that is still not working is that the electronic forms in 3CA, 3CB has not yet been released by Income Tax Department, even though we are in the month of July and the due date of filing those tax return forms is in the month of October. So essentially, we just have August, September, October, that's 3 months for us to prepare and file the tax audit reports, whereas we don't really see the forms for this particular financial year, and 3 months have already been passed after the end of financial year. The fourth thing that is still not working at the income tax new portal is many ITRs for FY 19-20 that had been filed, that is assessment year 2021, has still not yet been processed, and hence a lot of taxpayers are still waiting for their income tax refunds for their income tax returns that were filed for FY 19-20. The fifth thing that is still not working at the new income tax portal is that the portal is still not accepting Form 15CA, CB, which are mandatory for anyone to transfer funds outside India to give a declaration whether TDS is applicable and properly deducted. And many tax professionals and chartered accountants have to upload 15CA/CB in manual format, which is taking a lot of time than the usual, and it's just a lot of chaos to deal with at this time when they are still struggling with the outcomes of second wave of pandemic, and there is still outburst effects of third wave coming in for the COVID-19. So this, it just seemed like an added hassle to deal with at this point of time, which could have been avoided. If you agree with me, leave a yes in the comment below that this could have been avoided, and there could be some secondary platform to run parallelly so that we didn't have to deal with a complete shutdown of old portal and have to manually file the forms, because that really takes a lot of time for professionals to file it and update it to the bank. The sixth glitch that is still not yet been resolved is in registering the digital signature certificate at many places, and registering DSC has been mandatory if you wanted to file your TDS return, the due date of which has just been passed for Q4 of FY 2021, and there had been a lot of chaos in registering DSC, and the fact that those TDS returns were not also being accepted by TIN facilitation centers had just given more chaos at work, and it just took us a lot of time for all the CA professionals to do something that was a very routine task for them to file the TDS returns, and a lot of companies as such. The seventh thing that many people are dealing with, and there's still the glitch has not yet been resolved, is with respect to the replies that has to be uploaded at the e-proceeding portal in respect of any notice or any response being raised from the income tax department. The website is working very slow for us to upload the response at the e-proceeding portal, or even once the response has been updated, does not really reflect at the portal. So it may not really been saved at the portal, or it does not get retrieved. So the response has actually been uploaded. The eighth glitch that many people are facing is with respect to forgot password. So many accounts have been getting blocked because they tried to recover their password and they could not recover it in 3 attempts, or they updated their profile at the bank and the bank didn't get validated, and hence they were not getting OTP, and then the account was getting blocked. So there has been many cases, and if you also had been struggling with this, Do let us know in the comment below so we can just understand the gravity of this problem. The ninth glitch that many people are facing is with respect to ITR that has to be filed in response to a notice received under section 148, that is a notice received for income escaping assessment. And there had been a lot of notices issued before the launch of income tax new portal, which had to be replied within 30 days. And because of the glitch in the new income tax portal, those ITRs could not be filed, and even in some of the cases that 30-day time limit has also been passed now. So the taxpayers are really confused and how to really respond to the notice that has been received under section 148. And the 10th most important glitch that many people are still facing at the income tax new portal is non-availability of various forms, such as if people want to file their appeal under section 35, the form is not available. For people who want to file form 10A, 10B for registration of charitable trust or institution, the forms have not yet been available. So many income tax forms are not yet still been available, and hence a lot of taxpayers were not being able to submit those forms for compliances or for registrations, and that's just adding to a lot of glitches and a lot of trouble overall. If you also have been struggling with uploading any form, do let us know in the comment below. If you like the value that has been shared in this video, do give us a like on this video. I'm expecting at least 1,000 likes on this video, and while you are at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get updated whenever we get a new content for you, and we drop at least 2 videos every week for you. With this, Sonia Dawar signing off. Bye for now.